All right, joining me now is Dan Bishop, Deputy OMB Director and former House Freedom Caucus member, somebody I know well, and you're the right person for that job because you have the Capitol Hill experience, and so do I. I served there for 8+ years in Congress. You have the Fox Amendment, which is up right now, which is the perfecting amendment to the rule bill. Gets really arcane and confusing, but they got to go through that Fox Amendment, and the Republicans they've already won that vote. They haven't closed the vote, but my guess is that they're behind closed doors. And what I'm hearing on Capitol Hill is they're meeting with your boss, Russ Vought. They're the OMB director and trying to strike some deals for those last couple of votes. Am I reading that right?
Sounds about right, Jason. As you and I both know, that if the rule didn't have the previous question in it, that they've got some fixing to do on the floor. That's going on. I know that Russ Vought is telling folks that the One Big Beautiful Bill is a very good piece of legislation. It's important to unlocking the president's agenda. It includes that $1.6 trillion of mandatory savings, which both you and I know as former members of the House how hard it has been, how elusive that's been for 25 years. And it is, as the president has said, it is a bill that unleashes growth. Nobody wants to allow the tax policy that President Trump achieved in 2017 when you were there to reverse the field and then have the largest tax increase in history on the American people. When we get this bill done, it's about unleashing growth and about the golden age of America, as President Trump has put it.
Well, like I said, they're doing an amendment to the amendment before they get to the rule, which will allow them to get to final passage. So, but what do you say to those members and their constituents when you say, oh, well, you didn't cut enough? Because you'll never appease everybody. You know, I thought Speaker Johnson framed it properly, but I'm a fiscal conservative. Of course, I'd love to cut more. But my goodness, the victories for President Trump, I dare those Republicans to vote against the president on this one. Donald Trump is racking up more wins and doing more in his first 6 months than presidents do in 8 years. So good luck. I want to see those brave guys go up there and vote no on the president's bill. But what do you say to them when they say, oh, it doesn't cut enough?
Well, you know this dynamic too, Jason, from having served. Whenever something comes out of the Senate, if it has gone from the House previously, some things happen at the last minute, somebody's irritated, you kind of got to suppress the momentary irritation and focus on the details of the bill. And again, you've heard a lot of people, sometimes people ask, particularly in the early goings for this legislation, but what about the DOGE cuts? Well, you don't do that in this particular procedure, which is done under reconciliation. This is about the opportunity to reform mandatory spending. And again, on that score, since 1997, we've really had no bill that has done that in a meaningful way. And never in history have we had a bill that cuts $1.6 trillion, has achieved savings of waste, fraud, and abuse on mandatory programs of $1.6 trillion over a decade. So it is landmark legislation from that point to, and whatever irritation a member might have seen by virtue of last-minute changes, you got to get your mind right about it and move forward. So I think these details will be cleared away with the procedural votes, and I'm confident Russ will be telling them that they need to get out there and vote for the One Big Beautiful Bill.
It's a binary choice. You either vote with the Democrats, Hakeem Jeffries and AOC, or you vote with President Trump. And my goodness, every single one of those Republicans rode the coattails of Donald Trump to victory. They were on that wave, and it was Donald Trump's wave. And now you're going to vote against the president? Come on, there's no way that's going to happen. Put the next vote up, dare them to vote against it, and let's see where they're really at, because as I said earlier today, some of them get these big Instagram muscles thinking they can do that and the other. No, you're not. If you ever want to come back and you want to ever have a future in this country, in politics, you're going to vote with the president on this one. And that's the message that needs to get through with these people trying to play games and, oh, I got to strike this particular deal. No, President Trump got you there, and this is his bill, and good luck voting against it. I think that last word to you.
Well, I think you're right, Jason. The president had the support of the American people. He has a mandate from the American people. This unlocks his entire program and provides great savings in mandatory programs along the way. It's time to get it done. Totally agree with you.
Dan Bishop, look, you're the right person in that job. Proud you're in that position. Thanks for your service. And Dan Bishop, appreciate you joining us tonight on Kudlow.